Morning, afternoon, and night. It's CBS 42 weather around the clock. Brought to you by Southern Home Structural Specialists. Now, the latest forecast from the CBS 42 Storm Team.
Good Sunday evening. I'm Storm Team Meteorologist Jacob Woods. A very small threat for a remaining shower or storm through sundown this evening. Very typical, like we see just about every summer afternoon. Drying out tonight. Temperatures going to be very muggy out there, with temperatures falling into the lower 70s by early Monday morning. A lot of sunshine to start out our work week, but then we'll watch for a few of those afternoon cumulus clouds building up, and if a few of those can join together and maybe produce a quick downpour, that is possible, but a very small threat for just a stray shower or storm, and that'll be the same case for Tuesday as well. So those two, in terms of high temperatures, are going to be the hotter days this week, 93 and 94 respectively, feeling like it's between 100 to even up to 108 in some places. Then that carries on into the middle of this week, even though high temperatures will start to fall back down to near average around 90 degrees as rain chances increase up to around 30% Wednesday, 40% Thursday, and the wet day this week appears to be on Friday, with the best threat for a widespread chance of showers and storms. It's all going to really dictate based on what is going on in the tropics. So we have a very small threat, 20% chance of development for some tropical characteristics over the next 7 days. That batch of showers and storms you see from Jacksonville to Tampa coming onshore the eastern coast of Florida, that's going to pass over the state of Florida, eventually get into the Gulf, and that's where that yellow shaded region has the very small threat that it may develop into, at the very most, a tropical depression. If it were, it would carry the name Dexter. That is the next name on the list for the Atlantic hurricane season. But notice it's not going to be doing much. It's going to be running into a lot of just things that are going to prevent it from strengthening into a full-blown tropical system. But at this time of the year, any of these coastal lows certainly can produce a lot of rain, heavy rain, and this part is going to be mostly centered to our coastal communities here on the Gulf Coast. But some of that moisture is going to spread towards the north as well. Notice wind's not really coming out of the south until we get into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, once that low kind of passes just to our south and west of us, and that will pump the tropical moisture off of the ocean up into central Alabama. And so the heavier rain going to be confined to the southern third of the state, but some of this is going to try to make it as far north as it can, and I think that better chance for it is going to be on Friday. So notice here the 7-day rainfall, it's not going to be a whole lot. The smaller totals over eastern Alabama, between a ½ inch to an inch, and between a ½ inch to maybe an inch and a half for the rest of the region. Just really a general amount there across central Alabama. Of course, this may impact the concert at the Coca-Cola Amphitheater with Whiskey Myers at 6:30 on Friday. Make sure and have the rain gear with you and monitor those rain chances. You can check back for the latest forecast over the next several days, and we'll fine-tune the timing of the rain and storms once we get into the second half of this week. Otherwise, it's going to be typical July weather, hot and humid just about every day.